This is just going to be an absolute slaughter with the Martyrs, the Jaguars helping out from behind. There's nothing they can do about it. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 56 of my Highway 66 campaign in WARNO, playing on the NATO side. Previously, we had a really fun battle with the Jaeger Battalion 127. They were supported by the A-10s and worked out really well down there. We also managed to move a lot of our troops up Highway 66 past Bad Orb, and we've moved all of these troops as well. But today we're going to be focusing around Lauterbach, where we're going to be engaging the 17th Schützen Division HQ and the 3rd Battalion of the Panzer Regiment 15. We need to clear these out so we get rid of the salient, and that should free up the West Germans to push towards the 28th Guards so that we can press on to Fulda. So we need to work out how we're going to do this. I am very tempted to just use the 2nd Battalion of 32nd Armoured to wipe out the HQ section, and then we'll use the 3rd Battalion of the 5th Mech to attack the 3rd Battalion of the Panzer Regiment 15, because the 2nd Battalion here of the 32nd can't reach the 3rd Battalion of the Panzer Regiment 15, so that's the way we're going to have to do it. And this way I think we can auto-resolve anyway, and I don't mind this unit being disorganized, which it will because it's 7 out of 8 fatigue. So we'll just go ahead and do this. That's going to be a total victory, so that's absolutely fine. That's going to destroy them. It will disorganize that unit, but they'll take their rest. Meanwhile, we'll move up with the 3rd Battalion of the 5th Mech, and they will push straight into the 3rd Battalion of the Panzer Regiment 15. Is there anything else here I can use to reinforce? It doesn't look like there is. So those are going to have to go in on their own and do that, because I don't want to bring in the Panzer Battalion 154, not only because, you know, I don't need them, but also because they're low on fatigue as well. So it's likely we're not going to be attacking the 28th Guards next turn, but we will be moving on towards them. But we can at least take out this unit. It says that it might be a little bit one-sided here. We'll see how this goes. Let's tactical battle. Okay, we intercepted some of their aircraft, so those aren't going to be able to come in. Shot down another of their planes. That's good. In we go. So we are up against some extra artillery here as well. So that's going to give us more to kill, which is fine. It's kind of annoying because it would have been nice to just be a 60 morale battle, but the Bradleys here should be fine dealing with the Panzer Regiment 15 because we can utilize our ranged advantage. So let's just work out how we're going to actually cap these first. We'll just throw an M577 into that sector. We'll send one into this one as well. But otherwise we'll do dragons.
Yes, Captain.
Dragon infantry into these tree lines. Probably want to do dragons on the right as well.
At your orders.
We'll pop them in there. We will need some recon, so we're just going to use recon relatively centered. Don't have much in the way of recon, so that's going to be a little bit of a tough one for us. But I'm hoping that maybe the M13A cabs here can do the job. We'll have one of those sit with each of our groups, as we do have them to come with us. Okay, so that will help out a little bit. Probably want to send some units to the left-hand side here. We'll just do a couple of AT4 infantry. That's fine.
Captain.
The key here is just going to be spreading out ace gems, picking off the enemy tanks, and then trying to press forwards so that we can get on top of their artillery as well, although it is going to be difficult for me to do that. We're just going to maybe launch as is. I might actually just take the opportunity to add down a couple more units here and there. Maybe the M90s would be a good idea, I'm not sure. That will do. Let's get on the way, and we will bring in some supply to spread out the little supply that we have.
Waiting for instruction.
I think what might have to happen is we'll move the recon here around, and then whenever it reaches an area we can push with the Bradleys nearby. Because without this very good optics, I feel like a lot of my Bradleys are going to be a bit too blind. We can always advance onto contact with the infantry a little bit, but I don't want the infantry to be like running out in the open because that's going to get them killed. So as long as the Bradleys go first, I suppose it should be fine. See if we can take out that recon vehicle at least. Blind them. That's going to be kind of important.
I hear you loud and clear. Yes, sir. Damn, that was close. Successful hit.
So we're up against the T-72s. They've only got 2,700 meter range. So 2,100 meter range, and we've got 2,625 meter range. So we should outrange them quite nicely. It's just need to be careful that I'm not taking hits here because I'm not going to have much chance to repair them.
Tank ready. We'll find them, and then we'll kill them.
At least we are in the lead conquest-wise. It's always good. Let's hope our toe hits the mark here. Oh, it didn't, but it did get the stun, so that's good.
Red 6, mount it up.
Basically a second chance.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle. Be careful. Enemies nearby.
I think what I might do is we'll put all of these M13s onto return fire. Good kill though.
Armed and ready. Move, but watch our flanks. Ah, I'm hit. If the enemy is in range, so are we. Hold position.
I don't want those to get too far ahead of themselves.
All right, sweet. Transportation course.
Resupplying my infantry is certainly something I do want to do though.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
Ooh, okay. Can you smoke? You don't have smoke.
Move, but watch our flanks. I hear you loud.
Well, that sucks. I needed that to see where I was going.
At your orders. Get ready.
Right, if we have the infantry moving with us, then that should give us some line of sight.
At your orders. Successful hit.
Any that do get damaged, we'll just keep them behind the main line so they don't get targeted first, and that way we can still use them in the fight without having to repair them.
Infantryman and his rifle. March formation. Move out.
So far so good. If I could contest this sector as well, that would certainly help us a lot.
Mount it up. Let's go. Quickly. Yes, Captain.
But now I'm just going to roll up a little bit here,
Tank ready.
get some toes on target.
Radio check. Red 1-6. Copy. Good job, gunner. Move. Waiting for instructions. What are your orders, sir? Is there something you want burned out there? Backwards!
Alright, that's gotta get out of there.
Get in formation. All ammo spent. Ward in. Red leader. I'm listening. Successful hit.
Nice.
Roger. Search and destroy. Ah, I'm hit. Tank ready. Successful hit.
Slowly getting there.
Nearby.
Oh nice, we actually managed to
More instructions.
kill Muchets in a close range here. We'll get the Bradley on target there as well to help out.
Second platoon.
Looks like we are slowly whittling down the T-72s here at least.
We'll find them, and then medic. It always comes down. Enemy spotted. Fire and maneuver. It always comes
Good.
down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Alright, that's going to have to smoke.
Hold position.
Move this Bradley over to engage that instead. How are we doing on Bradleys? We are getting kind of low on Bradleys.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Ward halt! Roger. Redeploy. Good job, gunner. What are your orders, sir? Move, but watch our flanks. We've got that. If the enemy is in range, so are we.
We did clean out this side at least. We can start putting pressure towards the artillery on the back side.
Yes, off your ass and on your feet. Let's move.
Keep moving up over here with my infantry and the Bradleys. We'll bring this M35 around. I'm just going to use it to resupply
Yes, sir.
these Bradleys that are low on tow missiles.
We have orders, boys. Second platoon, ready. Ryan! Ignite, gentlemen. We're going in. This is Red. Yes, Captain.
Just got to maintain our spacing. Continue to push up slowly. We are getting there quite nicely.
Are you sure it's safe there?
Make sure that we're topping off the tow missiles though.
Cut the engine. We're waiting here. Platoon formed and ready. Fire and maneuver. It's hot here. Go back. Yes, Captain.
Enemy recon vehicle tapping me there. Let's just see if we can get the fire teams up at least so that they can spot things.
Move out as you command.
I'm basically using the infantry squads as recon at the moment.
If the enemy is coming, right up. Get in formation.
It's slow and steady, but it's working,
Baker 5.
which is nice. But any more recon we can use. Another M113. Don't mind if I do.
Ready, driving at full speed.
We'll bring up this recon to the right side here, and I'm going to make sure that gets fixed up by the M35.
I hear you loud and clear. We'll find them, and then we'll kill at your orders.
I'm just using the Bradley separately here.
If the enemy is in range, so are we. Coming, right up. Get in formation.
Going to be the enemy artillery.
Good job, gunner.
One of them at least. They do reinforce from this road, so if I can get up towards that road, that'd be great. But I think what we need to do is speed things up so that, you know, my positioning on this right hand side
Get in formation.
can get better. Because I've got to wait for my infantry to get ahead, otherwise I'm just going to run into ambushes.
Good job, gunner. War Daddy to Red Leader. I'm listening. Is there something you want burned out there? We'll find them, and then we'll kill them. What are your orders, sir? All right, sweetheart. Come.
Killing all of the artillery as it comes in would be the way to win this pretty easily.
Check your M.
We're going to be careful there.
Move out. At your orders. Roger. Search and destroy. Yes, Captain. Medic.
I don't think that Bradley gets the kill.
Right up. Get in form. Tank ready. All right.
Let's actually just get inside. Because that fire team was going to go down otherwise.
Platoon formed and ready.
Alright, Bradley, do your work.
Well, this is Red 2. It's hot here.
Good. At least we got two firing at it. Oh, but that was unlucky because that was a crit, I think. I don't think it should have one-shot it otherwise.
Go back. Slow. Move, move.
Right, the M113 ACAB there can go on to return fire.
Halt. It always comes down to the
We'll just unload this back here. And we can push back forwards again.
It's hot here.
Make sure the Bradleys come across to help the fire team out.
What are your orders, sir? All right, sweethearts. What are you waiting? Right up. formation. Everybody, check your ammo. Combat speed, driver. Yes, sir. Good job, Ryan. Get down. At your orders.
Artillery is a pain. I didn't see that ATGM going for the M113. It's not... The M113 doesn't even seem to be doing that much, though, in terms of like actual recon. Almost got hit by a Malutka.
Second platoon, ready, sir. Move, but watch our reverse. Anybody need ammo?
I would need to reload the tow. That infantry is going to be the next one to die. Save him! Interesting when you look at the minimap and you can see the sort of envelopment that's starting to occur around the right side of the map here. Make sure we move up the recon.
Roger, Ryan, get down. I hear you loud and clear.
And any more Bradleys here I need to carry on.
This is Red 2. Tank ready. Combat successful hit. Yes, Captain. Waiting for instructions.
Just going to bring up some of these M90s. Might as well.
This is Red 2. Shut up and hold position. War Daddy to Red Leader. We'll find them, and then we'll kill them. Reverse, but keep facing the enemy. Red 6. Successful.
Right, that's a dead T-72 at least.
What are your orders, sir? Off your ass and on your feet. Hunt for commies. Yes, Captain. Commies, right up. Good job, gunner. I hear you loud and clear. Let's go. Successful hit. At your orders. Ryan, halt! Go back. Slow.
We do want to stay at max range here because if any tanks come through the tree line, we don't want to get caught out by those.
Back up! Back up! Go back. Slow.
I was lucky that Afghan didn't hit us.
Ryan, get down! You have orders, Captain? 6, off your ass and on your feet. Let's move. Radio check, Red 1-6, over.
Oh, where are they going?
At your orders.
I did not mean to do that. They are very dead.
Yes, sir. Second platoon, let's go. Successful hit. It always comes fire and maneuver.
Okay, we're getting towards the spawn slowly but surely. We've got them halfway through them around now. So there's a good chance that we'll just start bumping into a bunch of artillery on the backside here. There's actually quite a lot of infantry though to kill off.
Off your ass and on your feet. Let's move. Good job, gunner.
I guess there's a chance here that we might end up destroying the artillery as well as the tank unit, which would be pretty good for like the overall score of the campaign.
Enemy spotted.
I don't know if I should continue to try and push on this side.
Platoon formed and ready.
There might be some units here that we could kill. I think just coming around the back and getting both the land spawns locked is probably the best bet overall.
Hunt for commies. Move, move, move. They spotted us. Commies, right. Ready, sir. Good job, gunner.
Alright, PKM's dead, Afghana's dead.
Ready, sir.
Good.
Let's go, quickly. Yes, Captain. Successful hit. Tank ready. Successful
Certainly a slow and steady wins the race, this one. Nice and methodical.
Grab the binoculars. Roger.
There is an artillery piece right here.
Red 6. Mount it up.
We've got to push on that, surely.
At your orders. We'll find them, and then we'll kill them. I have nothing else planned. I hear you loud and clear. Yes, Captain. Move out. Scatter formation. I'm listening, Captain. Move and stay alert.
Well, we are on top of the spawn and nothing else is coming out, so I'm a little worried that there is just nothing coming out of this spawn from now on. But what we can do is just leave a Bradley here that can obviously shoot anything that comes in. We can leave a couple even. We need to be at like a reasonable distance from the spawn though, because if it's like an infantry squad that comes in, then that's obviously not ideal. Oh, I should have captured that.
I spot movements. Prepare to... I hear you loud and clear. Roger. Search and destroy. Ryan, waiting for instructions. Good job, gunner. Move, but watch our flanks. What are your orders, sir? Let's go, quickly. I spot movements. Prepare to engage. Medic!
My fire team there actually losing against the Alf Cutter at close range, probably just due to veterancy, to be honest.
What are your orders, sir?
Now we're in cover, it's not so bad, but that wasn't ideal.
Poor daddy, the red leader. I am successful hit. Well done, guys. Let's
Okay,
go.
good.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Good job, gunner. Yes, sir. I have nothing else planned for this afternoon. Combat speed, driver. Ah, I'm hit. Yes, Captain. Ignite, gentlemen. Hold position.
Don't know if we push that bridge, it's probably just going to end the same way that it did before. This one might be okay.
Ignite, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Combat speed, driver. What are your orders, sir? This is Red 2. Enemy Ryan, get down. I hear you loud and march formation.
Ooh.
Move out.
Get away from the Mutchison quickly.
Yes. Oh. Everybody, check your ammo.
I might be able to capture the MTLB, that would be pretty good.
Get a rock. It always comes down to fire and maneuver. Comics, right up. Get in formation.
I'm going to pick up this fire team so it doesn't get killed.
Poor daddy, the red leader.
That's stray artillery. Ah, the MTLB had already been used up.
Stop and have a
It's
look
a shame.
What are your orders, sir? Move, move, move! Roger, search and destroy.
Well, we're in a position now where we're able to just sit on the spawn.
I'm listening, Captain. Fire and maneuver. I hear you loud and clear. Waiting for instructions.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get across though.
Red 2. Enemy spotted. Recon unit at your orders.
Can we capture that MTLB?
Halt!
Gonna keep an eye on this push.
Gunner. Halt!
Nice.
Wir können Ihre Truppen auf.
Give me that. We could stop there and just fix that up, to be honest.
Damn, that was close. Yes, Captain. Hit! Good ausgeführt. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted.
to make sure my M113 gets into cover.
Good job, gun. It's hot here. Successful hit. It always comes down to
We are at least getting more kills here. So it's kind of worth coming across because of that. Actually, let's just keep them inside, just in case.
orders, Captain. Damn, that was close. Good job, gunner.
Okay, good.
As you command, sir. What are your orders, sir?
Right, this is what I was hoping for, where they just bring in like more on the back line there. Kill.
Successful at your orders.
These Bradleys, knowing that this is safe, can come across the bridge from this side, and we can shoot the T-72s that start heading back.
Prepare to engage.
Perfect.
Waiting hunt for commies. Good job, gunner. Waiting for tall ammo. Backward! Baldwin, bring us there. This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Hunting for commies.
And not having recon here is not
Good
great,
job, gunner.
but we are killing off quite a lot of artillery now, which is good.
Next eye, sir.
What I might do is bring the M13 back, so we have that to help out.
Platoon. Good job, gunner.
Or maybe it was just that BMP.
Commies, right up. Get in formation. If the enemy is hot, we need ammo here. Ryan, get
Oh, the enemy artillery going back here. Trying to save them.
at your orders. Bring us there, taxi. Ready to blow some tanks, sir? Waiting for I spot movements. Prepare to engage. Good job, gun. Yes, sir. Grab the binoculars.
We're still killing off those artillery pieces one by one. Every single one we kill means we're one step closer to potentially killing off like the entire artillery unit, so that would be fantastic if we can make that work.
This is Red 2. Enemy spotted. Second successful hit. Need some extra eyes, sir. Engage on sight. Hold position. Successful hit. Beware, commies nearby.
Gonna get a few more kills here.
Waiting for instructions. I've got him. Good job, gunner.
Okay, I think we can maybe speed it up a little bit,
Heading to Red Leader. I'm listening.
because if there's like 3 more of them, then that's it.
Coming.
There it is. Victory. Okay, well it worked in the end. Took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but a great chance to kill both of those units. So, yeah, look how many 122s that thing killed. Alright, they're dead. The artillery is most likely dead. Alright, with that done, we'll move up all of these just to help protect us. Set up the AA again. Cool. There is an argument to be made to shut this salient, but I don't think it's really that necessary. But that definitely gave us 2 points, so I'm happy about that battle. Right, moving on. We can't fight the 28th this turn, but what I can do is move right up in their face. So we'll get the Panzer Battalion up here, Panzer Grenadier Battalion up here. We can have this Panzer Grenadier Battalion just sit behind them to reinforce, and then the HQ section can also dip in here as well. Cool. So that works nicely. Next up, probably just use the Panzer Grenadier Battalion 132 to engage the 2nd Battalion of the Moschitzer Regiment 43. I think that's going to be the next battle here. Pretty simple one. We do have some artillery that we could bring in to reinforce. I'm not sure what else this can attack. Because we probably want to use this to engage the 3rd Battalion of the Artillery Regiment 4. Like if I attack like this, for example, that's a total victory. If I don't use the artillery, it's a draw. So I think we just take that. And then that destroys those guys. And then we just attack this one using one of the artillery units here. This unit will be dead, so I can happily move that forwards. We'll keep those two together. Okay, let's just do this. It says it's going to be a minor victory. Should be a pretty simple one. We're up against T-54s and just Mutcherton in SPWs, so yeah. I think that's all we have to be scared of. Just a couple T-55s there. T-54s, sorry. Tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. What we're going to want to do is just like focus a lot of HGMs on the left side here, because that's most likely where they're going to pop out against us. We do have a decent amount of Malans, so we can run up with those and spread them out, although they do have decent-ish artillery, or at least they have enough artillery to be annoying, so I'm going to have to be careful with my Milan squads, but otherwise we're all good. I actually don't have that many Marder Milans, which is a little worrying. But we'll just unload all of these back here, and then we can set up with our anti-tank missiles at max range to engage whatever's over here. I should bring maybe a Lux with me as well. The Lux is going to be pretty important for recon. Then we'll do Marder. These will have to be careful because, again, there are some T-54s, and the autocannon of the Marder is not going to be able to get through the T-54 in the front. So that is certainly a concern. We do have Jags though. Okay, let's not forget to use those. Those will be very useful. Okay, we will need to bring a leader as well. So I'll just pop one straight in the middle here. I would use the Jaegers and push through the tree line here, but I'm not sure like what's ahead of us just yet. So I think I might just wait. We'll make sure to bring in like all of my Marders at least. We'll go from there. We can at least counter battery. Actually, let's do that. We'll make sure to have the M109s in, ready for counter battery. We can bring in a couple of these green archers as well, because they do have exceptional optics, so that will be very helpful indeed. So usually what happens, because they can deploy here, they like come rushing down this road towards Alpha. So we just need to meet them here at the bottom of the hill. Watch them as they come over, hopefully take them out. Hopefully the tanks will be there, and then once the tanks are dead, the Marders are just free to run forwards and kill everything else, to be honest. Just put the artillery on a control group. That's a lot of stuff. I might actually have to be careful because I think the SPWs may be able to shoot the Lukes. Oh, there's one of the T-54s. Actually, let's keep the Iltis nearby the Milans so that we can pick them up if something goes wrong. Where's my Jag at? Got to move that over to the side here. The elite T-54 just bopping us. Hopefully the Jag just finishes the job. Good. Right, that's one tank that I no longer need to worry about.
Bei erkanntem Feind Feuer frei! Panzer halten! Bravo 1 hier, Bravo. Feind gesichtet. Wir sind ganz Ohr. Verstanden! Aufspüren und vernichten!
We'll just move forwards the Panzergrens in blocks so that they can work together and don't get overwhelmed by like single squads. That is a lot of stuff for us to murder with autocannons, so let's just start doing that. I think that might have been a tank. The silhouette is right there. Just going to put my M109s on cannon battery. Keep starting to push forwards here. Just got to make sure this is clear before we move up. If we get too close, then these Mutschützen are going to really do a lot of damage with their RPGs. This is just going to be an absolute slaughter with the Martyrs. The Jaguars helping out from behind. There's nothing they can do about it.
Ich höre, Herr Hauptmann.
Gotta make sure the leader comes with me so that we can stop their +3 conquest, because that will stop us. We haven't been shot at yet by artillery. I'm kind of tempted to use my artillery to just start harassing their forces, especially the ones that are in these buildings and such. You gotta smoke and get out of there. I'm gonna lose the loops. The SPWs definitely can.
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze. Melde zu Angriffsformation. Sammeln. Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feindliche Sicht auf Empfang.
I've only got 33 morale left.
Der ist hinüber.
That Jaguar's completely out of ammo. Actually, both of those are. Right, this artillery can be a separate group. We'll leave the first ones on counter battery. But otherwise, we just start slinging shots around all over the place. Just to help weaken forces that we're engaging.
Neue Befehle? Fahrer? Marsch! Aber achten Sie auf unsere Flanken! Zu Befehl! Bravo 1! Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium! Infanterie bereit! Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze! Ein guter Aufklärer ist einer, den man nicht sieht. Wo brauchen Sie unsere Feuerkraft?
Might as well bring in the Jaegers now, so that we can continue to push up through these trees easier, because the SBW 70s there, taken out pretty easy by the Panzerfaust. Oh, actually, have to be a bit careful about the 30mm grenade launcher. Yeah, they got taken out very quick. We're all good. All good. Ooh, that's the enemy tank we were worried about.
Ah, endlich aufsitzen. Am Ende kommt es immer auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr an. Alpha an Rückwärtsmarsch, Front zum Feind.
But we do need to respect that.
Schwer zur Stelle. Volltreffer, Ziel zerstört. Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium! Feind im Vorfeld, bereit.
Haben Sie neue Zielkoordinaten?
Ich hab ihn.
We'll just get some artillery on the edge of the town there.
Alpha an alle. Funküberprüfung, kommen. Fahrer, langsam Rückwärtsmarsch. Neue Befehle. Geräuschdisziplin. Feind gesichtet. Fertig machen zum Sprung. Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und deutlich.
Artillerie zu Dienst.
Again, I'm really surprised they haven't used any of their artillery pieces. I'm pretty sure they had 6 122mm. And those would be great counter-battery targets to decrease their morale relatively quickly.
Die Karte nur kurz einordnen. Fahrer, dort müssen wir hin. Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze. Hier nicht schießen! Wir geben auf! Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium!
Gefecht jetzt aber schnell.
Bravo 1, hier Bravo. Feind gesichtet.
Just need to not forget to move the leader in here. Kind of embarrassing if I just lost to conquest points.
Klar zum Gefecht. KI laden. Infanterie bereit.
Gute Arbeit, Richtschütze.
Dran, drauf, drüber.
An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Ladeschütze und Munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker.
Neue Befehle.
Rückwärts geht. Klar zum Gefecht. KI laden. Oder Kommandant?
Feind gesichtet.
Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört. Wir dort, Feind dort.
My poor Panzergrens are not doing really any damage to these Mutschützen.
Jawohl.
We'll have to back it right up.
Alpha an alle. Funküberprüfung, kommen. Fahrer, dort Radiocheck. Höre Sie klar und deutlich. Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört. Wo braucht Sie wurden getroffen? Fahrer, Panzer halten. Oder Kommandant, Ladeschütze und Munitionieren im Bereitschaftsbunker.
Geräuschdisziplin.
Okay, we'll move forwards here and we'll just kill more Mutschützen. If I could kill the tank as well, that would be great, but
Neue Befehle?
we'll see. Looks like it's going to be doing a runner constantly.
Abgesessene Kampfweite. Dran, Bravo 1, Bravo. Ein Gesicht. Gute Arbeit, Wegschütze.
Neue Befehle.
Klar zum Gefecht. KI laden. Auf Empfang. Gebt mir Morphium! Gebt mir Morphium! Melde Zug zur Stelle. Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
Good.
Im
One more.
Laufschritt. Marsch, Marsch.
Let's take out that Mutchison, and then we're done. Or the SBW, that works too. Alright, cool. Solid fight, 60 kills, 4 losses. I just lost the Lux, didn't I? And then a Marder. Oh, I did lose a Panzergrenadier, okay. Still a really good fight. Cleans out that gap in our front line. And we can just move back over here onto the road. Wonderful. Well, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. But next time around, what we'll do is we'll clean up near Bad Hersfeld. So we'll take out this just organized unit, this one, and engage the Mutchison Regiment here. And then we'll be probably moving these forces down towards Fulda and just checking the rest of the front line, and then we'll be moving on to the next turn again. We're really, really close now. You know, it's like two turns minimum, and we'll be done. So we'll be finished on turn 9. Because that's when it will push us over the edge. Because we're currently getting 10 per turn. We're on 185, 2 turns. I mean, there is a chance that maybe, I mean, that's just going to be 3 more. I don't think we get any more from here. I was going to say, if we could kill all of those and then also kill a couple here, then that would push us over the point limit and we'd win next turn, which would be pretty crazy. But I can take more points away from them if I wait till next turn, because I can take Bad Kitzingen. Yeah, so I think that's just how we do it. Alright, well, that's it anyway. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.